Good morning, everybody. In this video, I am going to show you exactly how to decrease the size or the weight of your images that you download from any stock shop, Unsplash, Pixabay, or any stock images that you may buy without using Photoshop and compromising the visual quality of your image. So let's get started. My name is Juliet. If you don't know me or if you've never subscribed to my channel, please do me a favor and hit subscribe on the button below and hit the notification button so that you will be notified every time I create new content. So let's get started. So this particular image is 8.1 megabytes, as you can see, and that is just too big for your WordPress website or any website for that matter. So what I'm going to do here is shrink it, and I actually don't have Photoshop at all. So the URL we are going to use is tinypng. Now, tinypng only allows a max size of 5 megabytes. So if you try to put anything bigger than that, it will give you this error message. The file is too big, 5 megabytes max. So that means we are going to have to shrink it to something less than 5 megabytes. How do we do that? Well, I'm using a Mac, so we're going to shrink it using the preview on Mac. I'm going to duplicate the image, right click on it, duplicate, and I'm going to make changes to the copy itself. And what I'm going to do here, without doing anything, I'm going to export it again. So export. Now, if I move it to the best quality, it's actually going to be bigger than my original site. So if I just keep it at that, I've shrunk it down to about 3.6 megabytes. So 3.5 megabytes, and that's good enough for tinypng to take over. So I saved that in my desktop. So let's go ahead and find that on the desktop. There we go. And as you can see, the image quality is still the same. We just reduced the size. So I'm going to let tinypng take over from here. So just a quick drag and drop. And it will take a bit to compress everything. All right, so we are done. Let's go ahead and download that. So we went from 3.6 megabytes to 511 kilobytes. That is an 86% drop. Hit download. Let's go find it in Finder. And that is my image. So again, the image quality is still perfect. And we are at 112. Sorry, why do I keep saying that? We're at 512. Now, if I run it again in tinypng, let's see if it gives me something smaller. So it gives me, 486 kilobytes, which is only 5% less than the original. So really there is no point. I don't want to go ahead and sacrifice my image quality. So I'm going to go with the original that we initially did. We're going to drag and drop it into our media library. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to delete that initial 8 megabyte image on my website. And so this is the new version. going to go ahead and permanently delete that. Yes, because 8 megabytes has no business on our WordPress website. All right, so this is still the 8 megabytes. We're going to make sure that we change it to our smaller version. That's it. This is the 500 kilobytes. And as you can see, the actual size ratio did not change. We just changed the weight of the image. Now, for SEO, basic SEO purposes, it is advisable that you change the title, the image title. Now, since this is for my email one-on-one masterclass, I'm going to just change it to email one-on-one masterclass. So it's basically the same name as my webpage. And copy that and put that in the description. And that's your very basic SEO, making sure that your images are SEO optimized on your website. Go ahead and save that. There we go. Now for my web pages, I use the Divi builder. So if you want to follow along, you will need the Divi builder, but this is pretty much the same for any theme.